Welcome to Natasha Makes. My goodness, I don't know whether I'm coming or going, what day of the week, month or anything it is. Do you, Gemma?
No, not really.
No.
It's a great thing, isn't it?
You'd hope
one of us would know.
Bank holiday weekend.
Doing. General befuddlement.
Not a clue.
Bank holiday discombobulation.
That's the one. And also, our sanity is on holiday. Jane is on holiday for the week.
No! What on
So
earth?
we're a bit... You know when you feel like the adult's gone?
Yeah.
It feels a bit like that today. It's like we've been left alone in the warehouse by ourselves and the adult's not here.
I know.
It's a bit like that. We're going to be okay.
Bless her. She herds us.
She does.
She herds us well.
She keeps us calm and cool. Because it would be fair to say, Gemma, we can get a bit fizzy, you and me.
Fizzy, I think, is probably an excellent choice.
Yes! And Jane is the voice of calm and reason.
Normally, yes. Yes, that's exactly what she is.
I totally forgot that she was on holiday. And when I was at Costco yesterday, I bought a great big family-sized thing of jacket potatoes.
Oh.
And then a massive, great big thing of cheese, because that is her lunch of choice.
It is.
She's not here. Gonna have to eat it all myself. When you have to roll me out next week because I've eaten all the cheese and beans and potatoes.
No, it's all right.
Yeah, we know what's happened.
Yeah.
Jane's a vegetarian, you see.
She is vegetarian.
She's a vegetarian. I'm going to say hello to everybody, and then my desk looks a right old mess, but as I clear and show you what we have, it will become clearer.
It will all become clear and clearer.
Clearer and clearer, right? I feel like I have left my words in the field. Gemma and I went to we went to a festival, didn't we? You went there longer than I did.
Yes.
I think everybody went there longer than I did because I
Yes.
had to zip out and do a lot of shows over at Create and Craft and then come back again.
You did.
But it's my new way to do a festival because it means that I get one night in a hotel with a bath.
Yes. Such a princess.
I know. I was like, cocktail in the bath, 11 o'clock at night, going, thank you very much. I now feel clean and can manage another day at a festival. Right. Oh, hang on, where are we? I don't need...
Can you not find us?
I was just on the wrong thing.
Well, that won't help.
I know. We've got some comments, though.
Oh,
I don't know if they're nice. Who knows? Let's hope.
I've said very nice. That was the assumption. Listen to me assume all over the shop.
Do you know what I really noticed, actually?
What's
Working with the presenters at Create and Craft, the number of times that they just sort of said, oh, well, you know, the viewers will comment on that and complain about this and complain about that. And I just thought, we never have that with you lot. You're amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. And it sort of takes sometimes other people's gripes to realise that it's never a gripe you have.
No.
It's never a gripe we have, is it? Our customers are lovely.
Yeah, they
We
are.
got rid of the ones we didn't like.
They're a good sort.
But
Natasha.
honestly, that was the best piece of advice I ever had setting up a business was do not be afraid to sack customers that take up more of your time and effort over small things that just... I think our customer service is, you know, our ethos is, how would you want your mother to be treated?
Yeah.
And so we try and deal with things like that.
We do.
Anyway, I digress. Morning, Sue. Morning, Barbara. Morning, Jane. Morning, Claire. Did we all have a good weekend? Well, this is what we're trying to work out. We can remember bits of it.
Exactly.
Sharon's here. Good morning. Debbie's here. Hello. And Julia. Good morning. And Diane. Good morning. Oh, hang on. Jane's mum's here. You don't have to whisper the word vegetarian. There are loads of us out there.
No, it's all right.
I know it is. I know.
We bow down, actually. I do.
Do it.
Oh,
My mum's been vegetarian for years. I did it for a bit, but had bacon on Sunday. So I was a vegetarian 6 days of the week and then had bacon on Sunday. Yeah. That was about as much as I could manage.
But, you know, we
and
should
that's
all do...
only because of the unidentified meat in the school dinners.
We should all do our bit and reduce where we can. And I think that's the thing, isn't it?
Morning, Mary. Morning, Jimmy. Oh, Jane, you're on holiday.
Go away, Jane.
With the nicest possible
We love
respect
you.
and love. We love you. Go and have your holiday. Come on. Joy's here. Sue's here. Kylie is here. Good morning. Sue's here. And good evening. Good morning and good evening to Sue. Jean's here. And Lynn. Greetings from down under. Well, hello. And Sue's here. She says good morning. There we go. We are all gathering back in.
We are.
It's like a harvest festival of people. Everyone is gathering back in. It's all good. So good morning to all and sundry.
And our YouTubers also.
YouTubers, good morning. Have we got Cynthia?
Yeah, Cynthia
Ohio
says,
to you.
However, she's
That
not
never
talking
gets old.
about
What?
Ohio this morning. She
What?
says,
Why?
greetings. I'm looking forward to today's make. I'm
Oh,
going
good.
to Florida
Oh,
on holiday in November. So it's imperative
yes.
that I make cute but functional accessories. Today's make will be very helpful
Yes,
to
it will.
Cynthia on her holiday.
Do you want to know what we're making today?
Yes, please.
Put it somewhere. Oh, here,
Oh,
right in
very
front
good.
of me.
Excellent. Right
useful,
in
isn't
front of your face.
I know. So that I did not lose it and then promptly lost it. Brilliant. So this is what we're making today. Now, I travel a lot.
Yes.
Even if it's just to Crankcraft overnight to do Saturday night, Sunday shows. I will stay overnight because it's too far to bother to come back. Or whether it's charging up and down the motorway between my home and my warehouse, I stay over. So I travel a lot, and occasionally I need to look, presentable. Obviously not this morning.
When presenting.
Presentable when presenting, yes. And you know what? I find that I just end up wearing the same old things because I don't have anywhere to put my jewellery to safely bring it. Or I just don't bring it.
Yep.
And actually, I love a bit of jewellery. It's the only time that I get to actually wear it. So I decided that there was a need. And also, I'm not going to lie, these rainbow frames came in. I'm going to have to give you a close-up on these because they're absolutely lush. Look at that Gemini.
Fabulous.
Now,
I love a rainbow make. And
do
Jane
you
does.
remember the other week we made... Oh, it was this one, wasn't it? This one. And we did this so that you've got all your coins and bits and bobs in there and your cards in there. Do you remember that?
Yep.
Well, I've got, because by some miracle of shopping, I've got these size frames in this as well. I'll show you that in a minute. So you can have matching. So not only can you have your jewellery with you, but you can then take your little purse out with you with a matching frame. Now, just a note on interfacing here. With this, I used H640 because I wanted a lighter weight, but you can see it doesn't fill that frame all the way along. This is Styleville Fix in here, and you can see it really sits in plush into that frame. So if you want to, interfacings are a very personal choice. You can use either Styleville or H640 for both of these, but just be aware that this really fills it and this one less so, but it's all good because you're going to fill it from the inside.
How cute's the little duo?
I know. I haven't shown that yet. Hang on. It's in here. I got the girls to wrap them. We're going to sell them as a duo. Because
I meant your duo of purses.
I know. But look. So in it, you're going to get your... Apparently these are called grub screws, I learnt last night.
Are they really? They do look like little grubs, don't they?
They do look like little grubs.
Oh, okay.
So this is what you'll be getting. Now, I said to guys, just put these together. There we are. So because all your workings, your grub screws screw into those bits in there.
They do.
And then you've got those. So we have got your two different sizes in the rainbow. We have never had rainbow.
No.
We nearly didn't have rainbow actually because, they sent us all the other frames.
Yes.
Well, they didn't. So when these came in originally, I'd ordered the long ones in the rainbow and the short ones in the rainbow because I was going to do a duo, and then they didn't arrive. But what did arrive were the short and the long ones of the antique brass and the silver.
Mm-hmm.
So you can already do duos in those. Where's the other one of that? And if I'd have found it and brought it on, the silver to match. So you do have that option. And these are all on the website for your delectation.
They are.
That's what the antique brass looks like. Now, also, we've had these in the past. Are they the same length? Yes. So if you've got the Lisa Chandler patterns, if you want to make something different, then you can. So Lisa did a massive, great big wallet with a pen holder and everything. She did a big one.
She did.
And I think I might have made that twice. Yes, I did. And she does the zip a different way. It's all good. Or if you wanted to do this, this is where all my bobbins go. I keep forgetting that I actually filled this with all sorts of sewing paraphernalia.
With all your bobbins.
Pocket down the back, all my bobbins and poppins and all goodies in there. And then you've got here, you've got a little tie thing to put all your, literally your bobbins in. Yeah. So that is a pattern, Lisa Chandler, and you get 3 different versions of it with Lisa. So stock up on those length. Now, these ones were sew-ins. We did these as a kit. We had a lady question these the other day. She said, Lisa recommends the screw-in. Well, only because that was all that, I had a big conversation with Lisa about this, only because she could only get the screw-in at the time. She likes the sew-in ones, and these were the sew-in ones. And at the time, we could only get the screw-in ones, no, the sew-in ones, and now we can get the screw-in ones. So we've kind of done it doesn't matter how you fix them. No.
No.
Whether it's screw-in or sew-in, it's the length that is important.
As so often is the case.
I know, right? Yes.
Well, no, because if it's that bit short,
no, well, you just, yeah, no, exactly. It's just not going to be the one, is it? So let's pop those there. Can I give you a little sneak peek of this? I'm going to have to do another one.
Don't ask her for these, by the way, because they're not loaded everybody.
Not yet. But I got so excited for these.
You can't buy them yet.
It's just got bling on it.
You're a menace, Natasha.
I know. But only because I want to ask people what they would like. Would you like a little wristlety handbaggy thing for these? Because we've done these are the same size as the ones that we did the L-shaped frames with.
Oh.
So they would fit that if you just wanted to have just something for your
phone slash.
And then out you go.
Yeah.
So they would work for that. But I was thinking with these, maybe we could do something a little larger. What do you want? So in the comments, please, what you would like. And I shall attempt to help. I can't put that in a packet. You know what I'm like. I'm just going to keep that out and use it as a sample instead. Right. Oh, hang on.
Oh, I love our lot.
Helen's defrosting the freezer.
I was going to say they have the most glamorous lives.
But it's true.
Like us, yeah.
Gemma, I went to Costco yesterday. Yes. Other supermarkets are available, but not near me. I get very excited about Costco. I think I'm saving money, but I clearly don't because it costs me all the stuff in all the world.
You don't have one down near you in Cornwall, though, do you, either? So when you're up here...
I have to make the most of it.
Sleeves up.
I know.
Costco.
I've got
elbows
a lot
out.
of avocados.
Got a lot of avocados.
That's all I can say.
You need to store those in water in the fridge.
Is that how
Apparently
I store them?
it keeps them fresh.
In water in the fridge?
Yeah, I mean, I hate them, so they can go straight in the bin as far as I'm concerned. But water in the fridge.
I make a mean guacamole.
No.
Stop it.
No, I just don't like them.
Stop
Well, they make me poorly, don't they? There's a few things that set my gallbladder off. There be one. So you've got to let me off. Julia says that her fabulous fabric arrived on Saturday and she was out.
Oh.
But her husband didn't even ask what it was because he knows the wrapping now.
Hey! Good job. Good job.
And Valerie says the dog's at creche, so Wilkie's will be later and I can settle down for some swishy sewing goss.
Right, so I'm just going to talk dogs for a minute. I've had a nightmare with dogs this weekend. Absolute nightmare. I went to camp calling with my lovely other half, and he had, in his generosity and kindness, agreed to look after his friend's dog, not realising that Mabel was in season.
You could have missed it. Blink and you miss it. With This time.
But it only because she only bleeds for a couple of days.
Yeah.
But it's the 3 weeks after you've got to watch.
Yes.
So to say that she has been of interest to a very, very amorous pug cross. What is he? Beagle. He's a puggle.
What do you call him, Natasha?
The sentient potato.
He's beautiful in a really face only a mother could love kind of way. I love him. But
when he's not trying to get at Mabel, he's really well. When he's on his own, he's absolutely gorgeous and so well behaved, and he just lies next to you like a sentient potato.
Yeah.
Because he's that sort of colour.
Yeah.
Oh no! What if his owners are watching?
Oh, but he's.
Oh no, they'll be on a plane flying home.
Yeah.
He is lovely. He's very, very lovely. He is strong. Man. Wow. Yeah. So we've had a camping experience with a very amorous, strong-minded, tenacious puggle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fairness to the puggle,
it's not his fault.
No, and
it's not his fault. Mabel is a little hussy.
She was giving him all the eyes last week.
All the stuff.
And he was ignoring her.
He was.
He was not interested.
And then she became of interest. Yeah. So something obviously changed and she became
But we've been keeping them apart for this whole time, but she's been trying to get to him and then now he's trying to get to her. It's a very interesting situation.
Just because she's too young to be done yet.
Yeah, and it takes seconds. So you just, there's been no
opportunity.
Takes
seconds.
It really does. Only takes
I'd be
seconds.
so disappointed for her if it just took seconds.
No, but it really does. Can we just give a little mention to lovely Alison Colestick?
Hello.
She says, morning girls. I do love it when they call us girls. She says, watching from my sick bed. She's got the vid. I know.
I kind of, do you feel like you've kind of forgotten that the vid was out there?
No, quite.
I mean, I don't even have any testing sticks anymore.
I've had a friend the other week get it as well.
I've just these last few. I've had a few people that I know get it.
There's been horrible cold weather about there, hasn't there, as well? Doesn't help.
It just used to be flu, didn't it? Yeah. You'd be in bed with a flu, and now it's the vid.
Yeah. But she says she's just unpacked her parcels from last week. Lovely fabric from Cave to cheer up. This is the thing. The new Cave Plastic Collective fabric. Not that we've got much of it left.
It's been in and out.
Is enough to cheer anybody up.
I know.
And Fiona is viewing from Jordan today. She's still working, but she's hopefully going to be home on Friday after 6 months away.
Oh, my goodness.
6 months away.
I hope you didn't leave the iron on.
I mean, at that point, do you even live there anymore? Is it even yours anymore?
I don't know. No. Is it even yours? Who else is going to have moved in? Squatters' rights. If we'd have known, Jem.
Yeah, I know.
We could have snuck
6 months rent-free we could have had.
Yeah, we could have
had. I don't know where it is, but, you know. Sure, it's lovely.
Would have found you.
Anne says also she's been trying to think of a complaint for us, but she can't because we're all wonderful.
You can stay.
See that look of smugness then that went straight
I know. Do you know what the really interesting thing is that obviously because we don't sack our customers from Crate and Craft when they come through, and it's interesting to see the same names that caused problems here causing problems there, and it's like, no, we did well. We keep the ones we like. It's weird, isn't it? Because you'd think that as a business you'd want everybody. Yep. But actually, we know the people we like.
Yeah.
Because you're our tribe.
Yeah.
And it's all good.
I think it's down to that whole mutual respect situation, isn't it? If you love us and we love you, all good.
We're all good. Nancy's here. Well, she's not here. She's actually in Victoria in Australia.
She is.
Afternoon, evening. Hello. Oh, Lo's here. She said, recovering from a week of festivals, just wondered why I haven't got a drink in my hand yet. It's the question, isn't it?
Well, quite.
It is the question. I didn't think I'd need like proper shoes. I thought I'd just be in flip-flops, and then it went and rained. And the first day that we got to the festival, and we're looking up on the weather, I was like, yeah, sunny, 4 o'clock. Hail. I'm like, hail?
It was horrendous.
Hail? What is that? And then they had to shut the whole thing down because lightning was within 3 miles. And of course, a big stage made of metal is basically a conducting box. So, yeah. But we always had fun.
We got caught in the lightning. Guy and I were sat. We'd watched Gabrielle, who was fabulous, by the way, and referenced the menopause, so we love her even more now.
Did she?
She got her hair all styled across her face. It looks stunning. But yeah, she said something and then got in a muddle, and then she went, oh, I blame the menopause, but I blame it for everything. And I thought, yes, you and me both, girl. But we were then waiting for McFly, and the heavens opened. And when I say opened, I mean it belted it down.
Oh, yes.
And we sat there. And we were trying to brave it out with a big brolly. At which point we both looked at each other and Guy went, my jeans are soaked through. My pants are soaked. I went, mine too. It's like, McFly, you're not that worth it, my friends. And then the lightning happened. And we were like, we're sat here holding an umbrella. No, let's go back to our caravan.
There are some things where you go, no.
We could hear them.
Yeah.
It's fine. They did actually come out and play not long after.
They did. I was waiting for Elvana. Which is Elvis who sings Nirvana.
Oh, really?
And we missed him. Apparently he is brilliant.
Oh. Oh.
And we missed him because of the thunder.
Oh, dear.
It's clearly an Elvis-based act of God who was not happy about these things. I've got 2 of these frames left. I don't know why. But they're back up on the website.
They are. Yeah.
What do we make with them? There is a pattern for them.
No, there totally is. They were the circle bag, I think we called it.
We've had a lot of circles going on.
Yeah, we like a circle though, don't we? Like
do.
last week, we had our curvy and fabulous bag. It's behind you, you know.
Yeah, it is. That is available. We've had people digitally go crazy for that in America and everywhere. Right, now these.
Sorry, Tash, it was the Circle Kiss clasp bag.
Circle Kiss
Makes
clasp
sense,
bag.
doesn't it?
That's the one.
Yeah.
Right, these. We cannot keep these in stock, Gemma.
Nope.
Because it is the easiest make ... known to man.
It is.
It's 2 pieces of fabric and some interfacing, and then your thingies. You are going to need, right, in your life, one of these, and these have flown out as well, haven't they? So if you don't have one of these, it's got 9 different tiddly tiny screws and things in the back. Oops, there we are.
This will be your best friend in all the world.
It will. I've obviously lost a
I've
few
got
along the way because it opened in with. Oh no, hang on. There we go. It's magnetic down the bottom. There we go. And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, I'm down 1. It might be in there. Anyway,
it's a 9-in-1
it is 9-in-1
screwdriver.
And you know, if you're a parent and your child brings you the world's most annoying toy that has run out of battery, it's generally made even more annoying by the fact that you don't actually have the right screwdriver for the tiddly tiny screws. Now you do. And it also will work with your grub thingamajiggies. And look, Gemma, these are all beautifully packaged. We have got these back in stock. This is a back in stock announcement.
It is.
In silver, in your antique bronze. We've got them in, did we have them in gunmetal black before?
I'm not sure. These, I think,
And
I think
in
we
the
might have
rose
had a
gold.
couple.
These are twist lock.
Yes.
3.5 inch.
Well,
twist,
3.75.
3.75 twist lock clasps.
Yes.
And they are back in stock. They will make these. I just cannot keep these in stock.
So
they
that's
just
Natasha's twist lock pouch that it makes.
and my phone fits in there, which
Yes,
is great.
It does.
Because I throw it
totally
around
coincidentally.
No, it's not.
You made it to fit.
We all know quite clearly that I make everything that I need because other people need it too.
That's what you've done today.
It is what I've done today, yeah. So it's a bit of a frame-based show today for you all. Now, this is what we have to count out. All the grubs in all the world. Yeah, there we go. So that gives you a little idea. Gemma,
yes.
I was looking through the zip department. How have we got a couple of these left?
Oh, the pearl ones. We just got those back
We
in.
got
though,
a
Tash.
whole load more come
Yeah.
in, and I don't know if I shouted about them enough.
No.
But they are back in stock. We did the makeup thingy with those, didn't we?
Mhm.
Absolutely beautiful.
No, we got those back in because
I've got
they
3.
sold
Well,
out.
they did. I've got 3 in white and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in black. Do you know what I would like to see with the black? You know the new contrast, anything CAFE in contrast.
Oh, yes.
Generally means it's got black at the back.
It do.
Which means that these will work a treat with any of
Amazing.
those fabrics. So yeah, they are on the show. Gemma, I don't know if these have been loaded yet. I meant to ask you before the show, but then obviously forgot.
This is my favourite thing when we do this.
I know.
Look.
Because it says that these were going to be a Friday deal in July,
Oh.
but they're still here.
Well, then that means they've slipped through the net.
So with these, you have got a metre of rose gold. Can we just check and see? And then a star zip pull and a handmade zip pull. I'm going to open one and flash it about. Because we don't normally, when any kind of zip-based bundle that we put together normally flies. Did these go out or not? They were on the shelf as if they had. Have you seen these handmade pulls? They're fabulous. I mean, they're more expensive, obviously, because they've got handmade etched into them.
Is it black zip tape?
Yeah, black zip tape with rose gold. And then you've got handmade. And then you've also got, also in rose gold, you've got the star.
I don't think so.
Oh.
So keep your eyes peeled for those. We'll see if we can get those up at some point.
Yeah, well because it was I don't know if it just got missed off.
No, I think it did.
But you see, it was on the Friday deal shelf, and I was like, why have we still got those? That's bizarre. And
getting a buzz.
Huh?
Getting a buzz. That's SJ. I have not seen this zip bundle, so I'm guessing it hasn't been Friday deal.
Oh no, because SJ does the Friday deals. There we go.
She does. She's not seen it.
Now,
to slip through the net.
For today's make, can I just also draw your attention to these? This is size 3 zip tape, and you get with it per metre 2 size 3 pulls. I'm going to get more size 3 pulls.
Nice.
But this is a great starting point if you want to make today's make as the duo and the other make in the other size, because then you've got, it's just a slightly smaller zip tape.
Nice.
What I've used in mine was the 8-inch pre-done zips.
Yeah.
But you don't have to. No. You can use continuous zip pull should you wish.
I have all of the above tagged in today's collection.
Beautiful. Thank you very much.
That's
indeed.
okay.
There we go. So just to draw your attention to this, because this is just really handy to have when you want something that's just a little bit finer for your projects. And I told you my desk would get a little clearer as everything today becomes a little clearer. Now, today's make is ideal with denim on the outside, just because I really like denim. And we've got squiddly bits. In fact, I've ordered more bolts of these, Gemma.
Nice.
And also, do you know what else I've ordered?
What's that?
Serval plastic.
We love a bit of serval plastic.
I know, we'd sold out and I think it got archived.
Yes.
But I've bought another roll of it because actually I need to see what earrings and rings I've got.
Nice.
I can't be doing that thing where I just guess.
Natasha, we sold our serval plastic previously by the fat quarter.
Yes.
So that's how I've got it loaded today.
Which is perfect for today's make. You only need a fat quarter of it. But it means that in any of these, once you've seen in today's pattern how we put this together. Where is it? Here we go. Because I don't know if any of you are like me, quite blind. So I need to see. So I've done, look, lots of little patterns where I can put my earrings in there, in my little pouches. And then some bigger ones there if I need bracelets or anything like this. This on here is your ring keeper. Genius. Pop us down. And then this is just a normal pocket. It's lined. There. And I didn't do anything behind because I don't want it to be too bulky. Smart though, isn't it? That can just slip in the side of your handbag if needs be. There we go. This is what we're making today. Put my rings back on. Right. I have used pre-made binding because I wanted it to really show up in the photos for the instructions. Because otherwise, if I'd have done it in all the same colours, it would have been tricky. You can make your own binding, and that is in the instructions how to make your own binding. You will need, I think it ended up being 48 inches in total.
I did.
Yeah. You wouldn't think, would you, just in there?
No.
But if you've got some pre-made binding, then you can use that. It's entirely up to you. There were quite a lot of steps, weren't there, Jem? I surprised myself.
You did.
I did. I kept saying to the boy, I'll be done in a minute. Any minute. Be done in a minute. Nearly burnt the dinner. Right. Shall we? This isn't quite in the order that it's written in, but whilst we're talking about the serval plastic, let's just prep some of those. So, I have pre-cut my strip. If it cuts slightly wider, don't worry, you can cut it back later. But before I cut my strips, I'm going to say to anybody watching, it's sometimes easier to sew down one end with your binding, because then when you put your ruler on, you've got more grip. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I'm going to cut myself 2 lengths. Of that, and then we can get those. Oh, in fact, I'm going to need 4 Gemma.
Okay.
In fact, why don't I just pre-cut all my binding?
What a good idea.
And then I've got it all done and I don't have to venture back again. So you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. There we go. Okay. Now you see, it might be that if you're making these ones, it might be that you want that pocket to be see-through, in which case you're going to put your binding along the bottom and sew down. Well, I'll show you. You'll see, but you can use this technique on here. You could just put your run of plastic along there as well and have your pockets that they're see-through. There's lots of see-through based options.
Excellent.
We like that, don't we, Gemma?
We do?
Yeah.
I like an option.
I do love an option. But the rose gold was just, yes. So with your binding, now this is a pre-made binding, but I am just going to press it.
Natasha, the fabric that you've used for your bundle, your purse today,
Yes.
your travel
This
jewellery
one?
case, yes.
I've used stone denim,
You have?
and then in here I've used the beaded curtain from the K Facet Collective.
You have. I've put up a fat quarter duo of those 2 fabrics because we
Right.
have got very, very, very limited amount of that left.
I know, but it's just because it had all the colours in.
Beautiful.
With do you know what, I was been waiting for these rainbow ones to come in because I knew that when the cave came in and it had all the colours in all the world, and it'd be really hard to choose which colours to do. If you had the rainbow one, it goes with everything. You know how sometimes when you just have like a sort of plainish blue fabric, then
Yes.
you're going to go, oh, I'm going to go antique brass with that because that'll look nice. Or you have a cooler cooler coloured shade and go, oh yeah, no, the silver will look really nice with that. Rainbow goes with everything. It's a really safe bet, and I don't know why I have to sound like some sort of Muppet-based character to share with you. Quarters clips will be your friend. So let's get crack-lacking with this. So now that you've pressed your binding so that you've got no raw edges, slide. And now I just need to check that is wide enough. Yeah, it is. I've just cut. Because this is a bias binding, it does tend to sometimes just get a little bit longer. And that's okay because I will trim everything down later. But whilst I'm here, I'll sew one end, one the other, save us a little bit of time. This isn't a long make, you know me. Like to get things in.
No faffage?
Huh?
No faffage?
I mean, it's only because I faff that they have to be concise. Could you imagine? We have done longer makes, but to be honest, I lose the will to live after 2 hours.
Yeah, you just...
My attention span is not that.
There we go.
At least I'm honest about it.
No, quite, absolutely.
I am going to sew as close on this folded edge, not on the end bit, but on these two, to sew those down. I'm going to do that both ends.
Beautiful. Natasha, I was wondering where the sun had gone for our festival at the weekend.
Where is
quite
it?
rudely.
Who's got it?
Grace has got it.
Grace!
In Bembridge, Isle of Wight on holiday.
Oh, come on.
I know.
Actually, do you know what? They've had some amazing, amazing sunsets and cloud formations. I don't know why I know that, but I do.
I was going to say, where's that come from?
I don't know.
Pluck that information out of nowhere. Oh, Lo's asking where we were. She was at the Rewind and Sunshine Festival. We were at Camper Calling.
We were at Camper Calling. We go every year, don't we, Gemma?
We do, in Warwickshire.
Have you booked for next year yet?
No.
You're going to?
Wow, more than likely. His lordship loves it. It's his favourite event.
Is it?
Yeah.
And it's only 2 minutes down the road for you.
It literally is around the corner.
I know.
We laugh to ourselves. It takes us far longer to hitch the caravan up than it does to actually drive around the corner and into Ragley.
Field.
And we had no traffic getting in this time. None. Go straight in.
So Gemma and I, you'd think that, you know, Gemma and I being friends of 20-something years would want to spend time with each other at such an event. But actually, it's the only time we don't see each other because I go with children. Yeah. And so I go with friends with children. Yeah. So there were about 30 of us this year, all in one camping space. So we tried to go in convoy. That doesn't work. Just in case anybody else is ever trying to go in convoy. And then nobody answered their phones apart from the 10-year-old in the group.
Excellent.
Because obviously that's the only one that was actually on their phone.
Yeah.
So whereas I'm ringing going, where are you? Did you save the space? Because I went in my lorry.
You did. You can't miss you.
No, I had to pay for a long vehicle pass.
So did we. We only got a tiny caravan on the back of our car.
Really?
Yeah. Still had to pay for a long vehicle pass.
I went in the horse box.
Yeah.
There were 2 other horse boxes in the entire place. That was all I saw. Because my friend Anna was rich. She's like, you're not going to be allowed in that. I went, it doesn't say anywhere. It says you can't take generators and you can't take this and you can't take that. But nowhere does it say that you can't take a 7.5-ton lorry. Nowhere. Nowhere at all.
I was just wondering if you were going to be taking hay bales for the children to sleep on. That's all I was wondering about.
No, but actually what I did discover is that the partitions at the back make lovely kind of individual
bed chambers.
Yes, they do. And it fits a blow-up single bed perfectly.
Excellent.
We discovered this because our lovely German is still with us. She goes home tomorrow.
I know.
Sad times. So we put her in there, so she had a bit of privacy. And then the end stall, I might have made into a walk-in wardrobe with with one of our rails.
Excellent.
Yeah. One of our rails, so that I could have all of my clothes hung up because I still had to go and present.
Yeah.
So I couldn't have them all, you know.
Not looking like you've been in a field.
No. And also I had to drop off my children at their grandparents', so I couldn't have them looking too, you know. They did smell a bit, but I just said plonk them in the bath, it's fine. So their clothes were all hanging up. And it just meant that no one's scrabbling about looking for stuff. And then I had a big plastic box underneath, one of my IKEA Kallax ones, for dirty washing. So you could just shove your dirty washing in there. It's very organised, Gemma.
Very good.
I know. I kept sweeping it out like some sort of... You know, you see those in Mediterranean places. You know, you see the women, the slightly...
Yeah.
You know. There's never an in-between, is there? Like, you know how Mediterranean women are beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And then they go from being really, really beautiful to wearing those big sort of day dresses.
Yeah.
And sweeping the steps.
Yeah.
So where's the middle bit?
There isn't one.
There isn't, is there?
No.
Did they just one day go from being...
I'm done now. Yeah. That's all right.
It's curious. Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to nick that one. I need a third. There we go. So I'm now going to... So... You see, now I need to make that one a little bit long. I've really not measured these very well at all. There we go. And again, so the other side. And that's those basically ready to go.
Marvellous.
Gemma, are you looking forward to that age where you can just wear one of those big dresses? Those big like sack dresses?
I do.
No, you don't. You wear wafty fabulous ones.
No. I have a big sack dress.
I
call it my Hattie Jakes dress.
Oh, it is Hattie Jakes.
Yeah. It's like a big caftan thing, but like, shapeless, and I love it. And I had it on the other day, ready to travel to Retro Festival and set up, because I thought, you know, first day, all relaxed and everything. And Guy came in, bless him, and he said, right then, you know, everything's all packed. I'm pretty confident we've got everything. So you want to get changed, then we'll crack on and we'll go.
Oh!
And I sat and I grinned at him and he went, Oh no. He said, that's not a nightie, is it?
No, it is not. These, however, are ready for later. Wow.
He said, I thought that was like a dressing gown come nightie type thing you'd bought to lounge around in. But you look lovely. You look lovely. I said, no, you've said it now. You've said it now. That's it. I've got to go and get changed.
Oh, no.
I know.
Oops.
When I arrived, everyone was saying, oh, you look fabulous. And I said, well, apparently I do now. However, comma. Oh, bless him. He was so mortified.
Yeah.
So mortified.
But still alive.
Yeah, of course.
Somehow.
He's lovely.
Which is...
Just proper foot in mouth moment. Oh my word. We have all the messages in all the world on YouTube, Tash.
Do you know what it's funny, isn't it? What is the outfit that your other half has opinions on? I bought a fabulous pair of dungarees.
You and dungarees is a funny thought, though. It's like you dressed as an elf.
No, but actually,
sorry, what
so
colour?
They were denim.
Okay, all right.
Then I've had some embroidered sunflowers on.
There we go.
and you said exactly the same as the boyfriend.
I bet you're like a children's television presenter immediately, yeah.
Was the first one.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay. Because I thought, I in my head, I thought I was going to look like Demi What's Her Chops.
Oh.
And I thought, like in Ghost, where she's potting in a pair of dungarees.
Yeah. Practical for crafting.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I started saying, you know how your other half does, like, finishes off your sentences, like you do, right?
Yeah.
And I said, well, I thought that what I really needed was going to be, and I was going to say a potter's wheel.
Yeah.
And he went, what? A wife?
No, you've got one of those.
Sorry. I'm sorry. That is the least PC thing you can say.
But also, you've already got a wife, thank you very much.
I already have. I don't need
that is
another
me.
one. And I don't have to wear dungarees to have you.
I am the work wife.
Could you believe it? I laughed.
Oh, dear.
Oh my goodness. You know when you just go, no, clearly we have very different images of what I look like in these dungarees. Mm-hmm. And that was that. So I've sent them back. I say I've sent them back. They're sitting in the corner of my flat waiting to be sent back because I haven't quite gone through yet. How long do you reckon until they don't let you send them back?
Well, everyone varies, don't they? You've got to keep them.
I know, but I also did. They're in the same bag as the jacket that I absolutely loved and bought two of because I was having a menopausal moment.
I think you've probably missed that window. It's probably 30 days, isn't it? It's ages ago you did this.
Can I blame the post?
Well, maybe the way you live, possibly. Talking about where you live, Rachel Ilsley's down in Cornwall at the moment.
She loves Cornwall.
And she says she took a look at Lerrin. How pretty it is.
It is very.
It's very pretty.
Yeah, very pretty. I'm not there at the moment, Rachel.
Nope, she's here.
Nope, I'm here doing this.
Deborah's been looking forward to today's show because she had so much fun making the bucket hat. Well, hopefully we've done enough making and not too much talking that you're going to look forward to making this as well, Deborah.
Yeah. I mean, that's the idea, isn't it?
Quite. Ali G says, I need one of these for my holiday in September.
Yes.
And Natasha, you always choose beautiful clasps for us.
Thanks.
She does it completely selflessly, you know. It's nothing to do with seeing things and going, oh, I want one of those.
You wait till you see what I got ordering last night. I got overexcited. And I've bought all the stuff in all the world. So I'm really hoping that you like them because otherwise I'm going to have a lot left over. Oops. But I think they've got multiple uses. So I think we'll be all right. Gemma's now very worried.
Okay.
So
I'll wait and see. Brenda's asking if we're going to get the Tulip Pink Nightshade range in. Off the top of my head, I do not recall.
Did we order that?
I'm not sure.
Oh no, you know what we've got to do today? We've got to get our Free Spirit order in for the next collections. I keep promising our supplier that I'm going to do that.
We will perhaps ask them, did we order?
Oh yeah, that's a Desiree question, that is.
That is. We shall ask.
She's been busy though. We've all been busy. Right, so this is your outer fabric. I've used the stone denim. And I am going to interface it, but leave my interfacing I've done where I have left 1/4 of an inch either side. I'm just going to check
Tash Diane says,
Diane. Hello, Diane.
I have the smaller zips by the metre, but I find it tricky to use the tool to add the pull. Do you have any ideas or tricks?
I'll show you in a minute.
Okay. Good. Can't ask fairer than that, can we? Yeah. And Ali's just passing through, Farmer Ali.
Where you going, Ali?
Oh, she says, I'm going to watch you on catch-up later.
On a combine harvester.
Must be busy.
It is that time of year, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. She wants to know, when adding a pull to a zip using device, the pull goes facing down, but the knobbly bits on the zip teeth, do they face towards the base of the pull or the top of the pull?
Shall I just do it now? Yeah. As you're all asking.
They all want to know. They're a bit confuzzled. And
discombobulated. Befuddled, bemused. Let me get my fish and... Well, normally we send stuff out in fish and chip, in pizza boxes, but these ones go out in chip boxes. Right. Okay, so you want to have the pulley bit facing down. And if you've got the instructions, you'll know this.
Yeah.
Okay, and the flat bottom there. And the reason that we have this natty little device so that you can put it in there. Now, pull your zipper tape apart. It might be that you're just not pulling enough apart and you want the teeth, the bobbly side facing down. So anything that is raised goes down, goes in, all right?
You want the back facing up.
And so then just try and bring it in at an angle. Can you see? If I do it like that, it's going to be tricky. If I bring it in at that angle and then pull it, whoops, down. I tell you what the thing with this zip tape is. It's just slightly finer.
Mm-hmm.
That's why. So the 5-inch, the size 5 one is just slightly stiffer.
Mm-hmm.
So the other thing that you could do, possibly, but yeah, that's it. That's all that needs to be done. Do you want to see that again? Just to prove it wasn't a fluke. So, anything that's raised goes down. Whoops. Actually, the trickiest bit with these is just sliding them into. But then when you do, it just slides in. So the raised bit here and coming in at an angle so that they meet. There we go. And then just pull them down and you're in. I'm just going to I have a theory. I'm going to test it. But be very, very careful if using any kind of heat near your zip pull. But I wonder if you could just put a little bit, and I'm not going anywhere near those teeth.
Oh no.
But a little bit of your flatter spray, stiffens that up a treat.
Excellent.
There you go. So that's my little hack for you today. Pop a little bit of stiffer flatter on there to stiffen it.
I mean, if there were a product called Stiffer,
crikey,
we'd have a go.
We'd all be on it. Apart from when we go to yoga and we don't want to be.
No. Brenda says the Tula fabric is the one with shades of purple with all the faces and potion bottles. If we have bought fabric from that collection, I'm going to say we'll have gone for Natasha's top picks.
I would have cherry picked.
Yes,
because I do that
bought
these
the
days.
whole shebang, Brenda.
And do you know why? It's simply that a lot of the smaller prints that are blenders, you guys don't want to pay nearly £8 for.
No.
I don't blame you. So, we find more cost-effective ways because we're all looking after our pennies at the minute. So that's what we do. So we don't always buy the full shebang, but we will get stuff in. So I have got
the wowie ones.
My 1/4 inch seam allowance
Look at that.
either side as a guide for later. I'm going to put my outer piece to one side with my...
You've pressed that on perfectly straight, Tash. Well
it's
done,
amazing, isn't it?
I know.
Sometimes.
Spot on, that was.
I feel I've peaked. Can I go and lie down?
Little gasp there of... Oh, look at that. Very satisfying.
Really satisfying.
Well done.
Do you know what isn't satisfying?
No.
And it's going to annoy me. So I've now got to cut another bit. Oh, do you know what? Actually, do you know what other one would look great with this?
Oh,
the fuchsia as well.
Make a pink one, yes.
I mean, but it's up to you. And They all look great. The peacock has flown. Oh my goodness. And that would also have looked great with this. But I just wanted, what I wanted was something discreet on the outside and then pa-da! Really jazzy on the inside.
She does this.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. Right, what do I now need? I now need, some more of this up here. Yeah. Do you know what else I thought it would look really nice in?
What's that?
The floating circles. In fact, it's not...
Is it Asian circles?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, it's not too late for me to just do all of it in that and confuse everybody. I might just do that, Gemma. I'm going to do it in a different colour. And this also looks really great in the grey. Oh, I can hear little Baxter having a moment, bless him. Should we get the sentient potato in for everyone to meet at some point?
Oh, in a bit, for sure, yeah.
Not right now, because he would not be helpful in this scenario.
No.
But I feel that now that we've told you so much about the sentient potato, it would be... not to. This is available by the half metre, and as is the denims. So you can basically pick which denims you would like.
Yep.
And a half metre will do both those makes. Easy peasy.
Tash, which denim are you going to put with this? The fuchsia?
No, I've already done
got
the
that,
grey.
yeah, of course you have.
The fuchsia would look phenomenal.
Stone would look lovely, yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
But I do like, it's kind of grey, isn't it, that stone?
Mm-hmm.
And
it's a really nice soft grey.
It is a lovely soft grey. So, yeah. I'm going to go with that. I don't know, I'm using this rotary cutter because it's got a nick in the blade and it's really annoying. So I'm just going to swap that out for one that doesn't.
One of those days, are you, where you
No,
just
do you know
insist?
what it was? I was too lazy to go and get it out of my car. That's the honest thing last
There's an
night.
admission. Well done.
There's no point in pretending to be something I'm not. And occasionally, lazy when I'm super tired and I just want to sleep. Right, so you have the full length, that's your lining fabric. And then I'm going to cut two. And you might be thinking, well, why are you cutting two the same length? One for my outer and one for my lining. For my pocket. Right, I think that's all my cutting done. Not going to lie, I think I'm there. I'm going to give this a little press and then we'll get on with the matter of the zip, shall we?
Yes.
Shall I use the white one that I've just cut? That'll work, won't it? Give all these a little press. Oh, look at me, prepping properly. Proper preparation, preventing poor performance. Fabulous. Right, so here we are. Now we are going to interface, we're going to line one side of this zip. Okay, now, if you want to, you can just take your zip apart and just do it that way. I've cut it slightly longer so that I can have the zip pull just off. Whoop, not quite that off. And it still be all okay. Again, your 1/4 inch quarters tape, which is on order, by the way, before you get upset if it's showing out of stock, it is, or delayed spec, it is on order. Might be on the slow boat, but it is on order. That's all I'm going to say. I use these in 90% of my makes, don't I now, Jem?
You do.
It's been an absolute game changer for me. I'm still not entirely sure what quilters actually use it for, but that's okay. Bag makers and anyone with a zip will know that I use it for everything. So just lining that up along the top there. And so my zip is going to be, it's going to be a zip sandwich. I'm going to flip it and then on the other side I'm just going to line my tape up along there so that I can put my other fabric the other side, and the fabric will be right sides together. If you're using an 8-inch zip, they're termed 8-inch zips. I love this fabric because it doesn't really have a direction. Every direction is the correct direction. If you're using one of the 8-inch zips, again, you might want to just open that all the way up. And it's called an 8-inch zip, but that's how long the zip teeth are. Can you see from there to there? That's your 8 inches. You've got another ½ inch at least going on there. So what I did with mine was I lined mine up there, and then I could unzip it to there, but I didn't have to worry about sewing over the metal bit. And it also meant that by the time that my seam allowance was there, that zip was just in the right position there. All going on, Gemma.
Yep.
I'm going to sew down there, then we're going to top stitch that away from the teeth.
Marvellous.
Getting there, aren't we?
Yeah.
I feel like this has been a long show already. I don't really know why.
It's not 11 yet.
I know, but I think it's because I had a lot to show and I was worried that I didn't have enough to show.
Oh, you always do that.
So, with your zip shut, just match up the bottoms of those, because if those were cut straight, then that zip will end up straight as well when you press it. It's a pressing matter. So, do you know where Mabel is today, Gemma?
I do.
She's gone, you know, lovely Poppy with all the things sparkly down at Crystal Parade. Poppy came in this morning, popped her head round the door. I think she just saw the lorry outside and she came and went, oh, that's fabulous! And then saw the dogs just being a nightmare and went,
Being
would you
separated.
like me to have Mabel? I know.
Something to cage the sentient potato and...
It was, yeah, dog-based apartheid, basically. There's no other way for it. Yeah.
Which is a shame.
He doesn't want, he's not all about that life. There we go. So that is your zip, that is your thingamajiggy ready to go.
Yeah. Beautiful. That's a fabulous fabric, isn't it?
It's really beautiful, really beautiful. And of course, because these are K fabrics, it's all good. Now, we are going to get another thing of our binding, slot these into there. Okay. If you need to clip them, then do.
Ginny's with us.
Hi,
Mackie.
Ginny!
She says, apologies for being late again.
Oh,
But she hopes
Ginny,
we're
what are
all
we going to do with you?
Hi. It's okay.
We'll keep you, Ginny.
We will. We'll keep you.
Right, do you know what I'm just going to do? I'm just going to check that that is all straight. My zip. It is. Yes, it is. I didn't want to go off on a wonk.
No.
So if I lay that up on that crease, then I can fold it over, clip it in, and stitch down. Now, I am stitching this time, well, this time again, like we did with the plastic, close to that top. Okay, so that we are closing that seam. Closing that, okay? So let's do that. Okay, so we have top stitch. I've got a variegated thread as well, Jem, with all the colours in the world on for this.
Beautiful.
Which makes me so happy. Right, so now, here's my lining fabric. Look at this, look at this, look at this. Ooh, now, we need this to flip up over there. So, what I'm going to do is run a line of tape along there. Might even just open that all the way up to there. run a line of tape. Now I'm going to place that 1.5 inches down. Now this is 1/2 inch wide, so if I place it along my ruler, I've put in as 1 inch as a guide. So then as long as I line that up along there, and at that point just make sure everything else lines up. Then you know that you've got the back of your zip on straight, and you can sew that down. Okay, everything is facing down here. Does that make sense, Gemma?
Yeah.
Gemma managed to remind me this morning at 6 o'clock why I get her to... I've just done this the wrong way around.
Oh no.
Why I get her to check all my things.
Yeah.
Because this morning when doing the instructions, Gemma just said, in the you will you not need also the clasp? Well, yes, the frame. Yes, we will need that. I forgot the most important part of this whole project. I think 2 menopausal brains are better than 1.
Yes.
Yeah.
Although occasionally, even 2 menopausal brains miss things.
That's why we have young fabulous people in our warehouse at the moment.
We do put it right.
Now they're learning. You see, this is it, isn't it? So you've got inexperience with menopause. My friends are convinced, my doula friends, and she does lots of fabulous women's workshops and stuff to empower women and all that kind of stuff. And she is convinced that when you're in your 40s, Gemma, you are in your power years.
Oh, well, that sounds good.
I know. Sure, no. Women are fabulous in their 40s. Right, good ho. But I think fabulous in your 50s and 60s and 70s.
Yeah.
Because, and there's this wonderful book that I've read called Kissing the Hag. Is brilliant. And it talks about how actually women are so much more fabulous as they get older. Because, you know, yeah, you look great when you're young, but you've got no life experience. You put a bit of wisdom and life experience. I think that's why people used to burn us, Gemma, because we're just a force that people are a bit like, oh, hang on.
There's some fabulous pictures of Helen Mirren circulating at the moment. And I have to say that there is such beauty that comes through in knowledge and wisdom and confidence as well.
But there really is, isn't there?
Yeah, because if I look back at pictures of myself when I'm younger, yes, all right, I might have smoother skin and a flatter stomach and significantly less weight or whatever else, but there is an uncertainty in those images. There is, you know, not being sure of myself. There is all sorts of things that you see.
Yeah. That's the thing, isn't it? You
My
see,
husband
and
was
it
saying
just
yesterday, yeah, you know,
with age.
I'm more attractive as each year passes, bless him, because he's, you know, I've come
I do
into my
think
own, he
often
says.
Men do age better. You know, with you know, I mean, because they don't have makeup and help like that, do they? But often I think that they really
they look
suit
nice,
like
a bit
of
rugged.
grey hair, yeah, a bit more rugged. Because it's a man, then it's not a boy. Don't want a boy. I'm going to stitch that down the correct way, you see, because then when it flips, hang on, let me just show you why I knew. How did I know I was wrong? Because when that flips, that's going to sit there, and that's where I want it to be, with my pocket down there. Otherwise my pocket would have been way up here and would have been on it. So yeah, we'll get there. Caught in the nick of time, Gemma. Yeah, and I think think as a society, if we can start thinking that about women as well, it would be fabulous.
Yeah.
There we go. Look at that all in there, looking great. So now, what you want to do is decide if you want to leave a little bit of, if you want that to be like right close down there. I leave it so that you've got, so that the zip is sort of like that, with the zip teeth on top.
Nice. Ginny says sensational 60s.
Yes, yes, yes. What are we going to have for 70s?
Oh, quite.
And then I am going to top stitch down here. Cool, cool. There we go. Now, you know what we haven't made yet? And that is our lovely bit for our rings. Thank you, Gemma, for giving me the words.
It's all right.
Gemma gives me the words so you can understand.
I did try.
I had a lovely strip of Styleville put aside for such a task.
Oh.
If you were me, what would you have done with it? Should I go and put it in my scrap box? No, I have not. Malala, what did I do with it?
Oh, is it that one there on the floor?
Dropped on the floor. There we go. There we go. Right, yeah. Gemma, I think I said to cut this at, I'm going to say 7.5. Or did I do 7?
You've got your instructions behind you.
I know, I can't.
They're on the shelf.
Right. With these. Oh, Anna says, I do love the sound of that Juki machine. Yes, and you should. It's fabulous. Find the rough side. Place that down. Flip it. So you're doing this a third. If I open this all the way out with your binding, let's call each quarter. Let's label them 1, 2, 3, right? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because it's quarter, so it's 4.
Yeah.
That's number 1. At number 2, you want to put your Styleville fix, and then 3 and 4. Nah, don't worry about that. Okay. And then when you flip it over, so that's now adhered in there, you're going to flip that in, so you're not going to have a raw edge at the end. And then you fold number 1 over there.
Fabulous.
Okay. Then with number 2, you want to get all your clips ready, by the way.
Oh, yes.
And then 3 and 4 are going to fold over so that you have no raw edges there either. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. And then clip. So number 1, make sure that you have that's all covered. And 3 and 4 fold over and make sure that you have no raw edges there. If you've made your own binding, it's actually often easier because this is bias, it wants to curve. So using pre-made has its advantages and disadvantages. It speeds it up because obviously you're not having to spend ages making your own bias, your own binding, but straight edge is much easier. And you only need straight edge binding for this. It doesn't need to be bias at all. It's just that was the only one I had pre-made to hand. And I'm going to sew down, top stitch that down, then do it the other side as well, so it looks fabulous.
Nice.
All right. And then sew down the other side. And there you have it. That is ready for your rings.
Fabulous.
So you've got one side that's raw and one side that is not. There we go. We're going to add that in next. So let's find the middle of this fabric, shall we? Which is there. I'm going to line that up so the raw edge is going to sit on there like so, and let's just clip that in. And actually I'm going to flip that so that and just base that in. Okay, within my seam allowance. Now, talking of seam allowances, obviously I am going to have a 1/4 inch seam here. So I don't want to be putting my popper or my cam snap or anything within that. So what I've said is measure in 1 inch. And that's where you're going to start to put your popper in. If you want to put it in a little bit further, that's absolutely fine. The other thing is, what you can also do if you want to, is put a little bit of medium weight interfacing just behind there.
Okay.
If I've got a little bit, just, you don't have to, but it just will give it that little bit of extra support if you've got a bit kicking about the place.
That makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah, which I don't right now. But if you did, you could do that. Yeah, you could. I haven't put that in the instructions, but you've heard it here from me now. So we are going to measure in 1 inch there, and so of course we're going to measure in 1 inch there. Yeah, I thought that after I'd done it. Gemma, I might have stolen the lilac snaps, yeah, because they were just so pretty, and because I've left my metal ones in that they're Cornwall. So with a pokey tool, gonna poke. You might need to poke a bit more. Do the hokey pokey. But it's better to have to go in and re-poke than have too much poke. That's what I think, Gemma.
Yeah.
There we go. So my Gemma, how did you used to feel about cam snaps when you first started sewing? Were they things that you were worried about?
Yeah, initially, and then I got a set and went, oh, what was that about?
It's funny, isn't it? We have all these fears. There we go. And that's your cam snap in and done. So we've now got big pocket, ring tidy. Let's flip it around because now we're working, because this is going to be folded, don't forget. And I have written that in the instructions, like don't forget that these are going to be folded. Yes. So you want your, you want your pockets to face that way and then that way.
Yeah.
So when it's folded, they don't all fall out, because that would be sad.
Very.
The smaller is going to come 1 inch down from the top. You can clip that in place, and if you want to sew that down now, then you can. And then the other one is going to be 1 inch up from that bottom part there. Or wherever you feel looks good. Right, you know, these are, remember, these are just serving suggestions. They're not written in stone. And I'm going to sew along there and along there, so top stitch, so that it echoes the top stitching that we've done there, the top stitching that we've done there, and you've got that if you go as you go through. I didn't on these just to sort of give that little point of difference, but yeah, let's sew those down, and I'm also going to baste up the sides as well with those. Bear with. Let's get this done, shall we? There we go. So we have got those now basted in place and looking fabulous and ready to go. Now up to you now what size pockets you have. I went slap bang in the middle for my bottom one, and then I went in sort of quarters up here. And we're just going to sew those, just reinforce at the top and bottom. And there we are. But again, this is personal. You can put those in at whatever markers you would like. This is your, you know what jewellery you've got. And what size ring. Like Gemma has massive rings.
I do.
You really do, yeah. And you'll have to take a minute later to just snip away any excess threads or whatever, but that's all part of the fun of it. So now we've got Gemalala, we have got 4 pockets there, 2 pockets there, we've got a ring keeper, we've got a big pocket up here, we've got all the pockets in all the world. We can see, you see I'm going to put my earrings in these ones, bracelets in there, don't know what in there yet, I'll have a think, rings along there. Well, just, you know, there's always extra
Options.
stuff. Yeah, it might be like my big bangles.
Yep. You left one of those on my in my house.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Which one?
I'll have to bring it in. One that looks like a tape measure.
Oh, the one that matches that.
Plasticky. No, the plastic one with the tape measurements.
Oh, with those ones.
That big bangle. Yeah.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to place these right sides together. Okay, and again we're just going to clip that in place. Gemma, could you ask Tanisha to take Baxter for another little walk, please?
Yes.
Because I can just hear him having a moment.
Okie dokie.
She's very good with them. She likes to take Mabel out for walks. She's very, very good with them. I need another clip. There we go. And I'm going to use this as my guide for my seam. And I'm going to sew down both sides, not along the top. We're not doing that. No, 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 no. And so down the other side. There you go. Now, just let me double check I didn't just sew. No, I didn't. Just had a moment. I thought, didn't I just sew over the inside of my zip? No, I did not. Right, clip away any excess. If you've got any excess binding or anything like that, that can go. Any excess of your plastic that's, you know, poking through. Oh, hi, sentient potato. Here he is. Baxter, come here. Oh, blimey, he's a lump. This is Baxter. Here he is. Hi. Say hi to everybody. This tail does not stop. Hi. 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 Yeah. Yes. It's time to go for a whoa, 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 whoa. I know. Whoa, 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 walk. Yeah. Yeah. A human has not arrived for you yet. But off you go. Oh, I know, it's exciting. He's just here bouncing. You probably see his little head. Go on. Can someone grab Baxter, please? Hello? Baxter is on the loose. I do not trust him quite as much as I trust Mabel.
He's just slipped the grip.
Ah.
There we go.
Is he under control?
Yeah,
He's coming.
Slip.
He does have a slip leash, yeah. He's had his debut. And then we're just going to turn that through. He's a little cheeky boy. Isn't he sweet though? Just give it a little roll. If you want to top stitch down the sides, then you can. Absolutely can, that's no problem. If you want to press, I would press from behind. I can shut that zip now. But again, being careful of that sewable plastic. If the sewable plastic, because obviously it's quite a tricky thing to send, the sewable plastic, but when we send it, if you need to unravel it or if it's got any creases or anything in it, just get a hairdryer on it. That's all you need to do. A little bit of warm air will always sort that out, an absolute treat. Okay. And then we are going to top stitch across the top here. Now, if you need to just trim that back a little bit, I can hear the sentient potato having a little drink, bless him. I've never known a dog drink so much. But you see, my dogs aren't fed biscuits, so they don't. There we are. So we're going to top stitch down both sides there. I think that's what I've really noticed. Dogs that are fed biscuits doesn't have the moisture content, does it? And I think that's probably why. Whereas if you feed a dog meat, there's more moisture in there. Okie dokie. So we are ready to put our frame in. Here we go. Now, the one with that on is going to be super, super easy. You will just have to trim away various threads, by the way. It's all good. With apparently the world's bluntest paper scissors. first one is super easy. That just slots everything in there. That is everything in, and then you're going to get your Rolson and just put your little grubs in there. Where did my little grubs go? I've only got a massive sack of them. It's not that hard, is it? And apparently it's got sort of a magnetic end to it, so it holds the grub nicely for you. I tend to go middle ones first and then work my way out. Okay. So again, going from the centre out. It's very clever because the whole thing is magnetic, so the actual end of it is held in magnetically as well. I do like these. So for those of you that don't like to hand stitch, these are the ones. And we're halfway there. That's half of it in and done. Now the other half, you'll notice when you pop this on, you obviously have got this bit here. Now what I would say to you is just get a pen and mark around there and colour it in, do whatever you need to, just so that you know where that mark is. Okay. And then you're going to go and top stitch, so you're leaving that 1/8 of an inch gap, top stitch around those 3 sides. Okay. And come along another. So what I've done is sewn around where that is going to be, and then I'm just going to carefully cut that little rectangle out. This was the easiest way that I could think to do it. And if you've got some little snips, oh, I've got my little snips with me. You know where my little snips are, Jem? I don't know if these ones will work.
Go and grab you some if not.
No, you know what I've done with them? I've used them to, Mabel got some burrs and stuff in her ears.
Oh.
And they are so useful for getting...
The EZ snips or?
No, just little ones.
Little snippy snips.
Yeah. No, actually the best ones for getting stuff out of Mabel's ears. And it started when I had my Otterhound Maud. Yeah. And she used to have a very wet ladybeard, so I used to trim her ladybeard because she'd always put her whole head in the water to drink. She was a right grubby little thing. Loved her to bits.
She did everything in a dramatic fashion, didn't she?
Always. I don't know where she got it from. And yeah, she yeah, we used to have to trim her ladybeard, didn't we?
Yes.
And also, yeah, she used to get really tangly ears as well.
Yeah, and the blunt.
It's the blunt scissors.
Blunt scissors were fantastic
because they're so sharp but so blunt on the ends that they're really safe for pet hair trimming use. I don't think that is how we sell them on the, but it is the fact of the matter.
We've never listed them as the ladybeard scissors. However, I think we might have missed an opportunity there.
I know, right?
Being as I also have a much smaller hound with a ladybeard.
Oh, I thought you were going to admit to your own ladybeard.
I was going to say,
wow.
Go back to the menopause again, won't we, with that
I
one?
know. I know. Gosh. And how do you start the day fine and end up with like a 2-inch thick black hair sticking out your neck or something? I mean, how does that happen?
Quite. Oh, Lisa Chandler's with us saying that's looking amazing, Tash.
Oh, morning, Lisa.
We've got sewable plastic pockets and all sorts going on in here, Lisa.
We have, and look, little thing for your rings there. It's all good. So if you want one for all your sewing goodies, go for Lisa's pattern. And if you want one for your jewellery, this one. Then we've got everything, all of our precious things covered, haven't we? That we might need to take with us.
Lowe's added it up, needs to make 10.
Perfect.
The amount of jewellery Lowe's got, I'm amazed.
That's all right. Yeah, but she makes
10
her
would
own.
be enough. Yeah.
It's all fine.
But then you can categorise them all, can't you?
Oh, well, that would be fabulous.
Exactly.
And there it is.
Oh, Tash, it looks fab.
You see, it looks quite conservative, apart from the fact it's not a fabulous thing there. But then you see, when you open it up, it's just this riot of colour.
Yes.
And I rather love that.
Yes.
So maybe you're going to give that
Demure
to
on the outside and a riot inside.
Yes.
A riot on the quiet.
On the quiet. Privately a riot. A private riot going on there. So yeah, that is my little make for you today. With brand new clasps in this fabulous.
It's beautiful. Looks great. Yeah. We have commentary on Baxter.
Ta-da! Commentary on Baxter.
Yeah, Lo says Baxter's okay, but he's not a cat and cats are just the yummiest. I mean, Natasha
She's not a cat.
She's team cat and dog. But Sue Langford says, how are we friends? # team dog. I'm # team dog as well, Sue. I am.
I'm Switzerland on the dog cat front because obviously Malcolm is my big love. I do love my ginger Malcolm.
Absolutely. And Lo says, does anyone want a free horse, by the way? Don't offer Natasha free horses. This is how she gets herself into trouble. She already has an enormous number of horses and more than anyone ever needs.
Sausage would not be happy if I got another one.
No.
We are already
Sausage,
horse high.
Tiny, tiny horse.
No, the bank balance would not be happy if I got yet another.
Oh, Fiona has 4 black Labradors and has been away for 6 months. So can you imagine how excited they're going to be to see her?
Actually, do you know what you often see on YouTube or Facebook? You see reunited army veterans coming, army guys coming back.
And they make such a noise. And
they know their mummies and their daddies are our dogs. Oh my goodness me. I would not want those kennel costs. Have they been in kennels or had they been with a friend?
I don't know. Does Fiona not travel with work and oh no, she's left the hubby. It says here, Maya, Pepper Negro, Tilly and Winnie are the 4 dogs. I've missed them so much. Oh, and hubby too.
Oh, maybe the hubby.
So she's not had him around for 6 months either.
Oh my goodness.
Who do you hug first? 4 dogs and a husband.
I think the dogs would come to you first.
Yes,
so
they
you
would.
could get away with that.
Yes.
If he just let them go at the door, so they ran to the gate, you could get away with saying hello to the dogs because legitimately they've come to you first.
Yes. 4 black labs bounding at you. Get your sturdy feet on. Wide stance. Otherwise they're going to knock you flying.
I was explaining to you the other day about the days when I used to have a Great Dane, 2 Rhodesian Ridgebacks and a Springer Spaniel. And when we got our last Ridgeback, it was a matter of, we had to change the car and everything because we couldn't fit him in. But I used to do the shuttle runs with the Rhodesian Ridgeback Welfare Trust. Yeah. So if there was one that had been rescued and it was coming down from up country and it had to come into the kennels, I would meet them part way so they didn't have such a long. And our Jack was one that he just looked so sad. And I couldn't let him stay in kennels.
No.
And nobody was going to want him because he was 6 years old and they'd said that he wasn't good with kids. No. At that point, I didn't have kids for him to need to be good with. And actually, I did panic about it when I then fell pregnant with Freddie.
Yes.
But Jack was the most loyal and the most loving with Fred. The number of photos I've got of those two sitting together in the car, trying to drive, or whatever it was that they were doing.
Yeah.
He just needed space.
He loved Freddie.
He just needed space.
But Freddie was brought up to respect
the
dogs and their space.
He knows.
Fiona has answered the conundrum of who we hug first, and she's just put dogs.
Because obviously your husband is stood by the door and the dogs have come out first. It would be slightly awkward if he picked you up from the airport and it was still the dogs that you hugged
Sorry.
first. Soz, saving that one. You've made us laugh today. Tomorrow's show.
Yes.
I don't know if you know what it is.
Oh, do you know? I've been in a field and I've forgotten what I put in. But
Yeah, I know, but I think I changed it.
Oh, did you change it? Well, there you go then. You do that.
Because
She does this.
Because I spent the most lovely hour with Kate and Brandon.
Oh.
And we laughed and we laughed. It was on Zoom. All the things in all the world went wrong.
Ooh.
Forgot to actually turn on the plug to recharge my laptop, so that went part way through, so we had to start again. Well, just like revisit. And then what happened? And then my Zoom hour ran out, and just all the stuff. But they were on such good form. I'm hoping SJ's managed to piece it all together. That is my big hope, because they were on top form. Kate was giggly.
Oh, yeah, wow.
Yeah, he was giggly. And we just had such a lovely chat and such a lovely time that however it comes out, I hope that you're going to enjoy it. So it means that we will have, obviously, our cave. Look at our cave bolt ends. Please do, because they are incredible value. And also Cave's new book. We go through in detail Cave's new book. We've got his book here, signed. It's up there, Quilts by the Sea. I'd go through it with you now, but you don't need to, because you can go through it tomorrow with Cave himself.
Yes.
And we talk about Hastings, and we talk about all the stuff in all the world. And it was just really, really lovely.
Brilliant.
It's just really lovely to be with them, even if it is remotely. So that's what we have got for your delectation tomorrow, so that we can get on top of all of these orders, because, you know, we're a man down. Yeah. So that's what we're going to be doing. So, oh no, turn that off. We will see you here. We're not here. In my home in Cornwall.
Yes.
Tomorrow, from my sofa in Cornwall. Tomorrow at 10 o'clock with Kate and Brandon. And I will do a little video with all the half meter heavens, because it's Wednesday tomorrow, isn't it? So I'll do a separate video.
Yes.
So look on Facebook for the half meter heavens. Should I make them cave themed? I might.
Ooh.
I might.
Nice thought.
Yeah. All right then, you take care. Lots of love. Bye-bye.
Bye.